All right, guys, hope everybody's having a good weekend. Customer test video, 2-pill 454 for Mr. Joe. Joe, I appreciate your patience, man. I know you've been waiting on this thing for a little while. I actually got a couple of these 454 amps in, but they weren't the right ones. So initially I got two that were compact with variables in them, which I still have. And then I got two that were full size without variables, which I also still have. And third time was a charm. We got a couple with the variable built into them. So yeah, I think you're wanting to use this thing for a driver. So I figured you would want one with the variable. So we're going to test it with the Connex, 50 watts PEP going in. You know, that's about what I recommend going into these. Some people run them a little bit harder, but that's about what I recommend. They do tend to take a little bit better drive than something like a 1446 or even the 2290. They seem to take the pressure a little bit better, and they definitely take dead key a little better. So we're going to run 3 watts dead key in, 50 watts PEP or peak power, and then 20 watts average going into this guy. We're going to go ahead and test it at 15. Why not? That's, like I said, start testing some of these things at 15 because that's what everybody else is doing. So, you know, what the heck, we might as well. First thing first, I'll just give it an audio and show you what it's doing. Audio. So almost 20 amps worth of draw. That is with the variable wide open. We'll come over here to the bird. We're on average. If you guys can see, that's the trusty 1000 watt slug. So we're looking at the bottom scale. And that 3 watts is giving us about 60 watts worth of dead key. Let's see what it does with like a 1.5 watts. So there at like a 1.5 watts, you get like 15 watts. So back up to 3 watts. It's getting with it pretty good. That's probably a little bit more than normal for average power. Usually around 120 or so. This one's doing about what, 135, give or take. So within the parameters, of course. And then PEP. So 20 is 200, 40 is 400. Hello, audio, and that's usually about what we see out of them. That's about what, 260 or so. Audio check, 1 2 3. Audio check, 1 2 3. Audio check, audio. So generally on these, you see anywhere from 250 to 280 PEP, and usually 100 to 120 average. Now this one's doing a little bit more average and doing just slightly less PEP. So it's doing like 260 PEP and what, 130, 135 average. So it's doing pretty good. We'll see if this variable backs the swing down or if it just backs the dead key down. Halfway here. Check, audio, check, audio, check, audio. So it knocked it down about 20 watts. Let's go down to 9 o'clock. Audio, check. That knocked it down a little bit more. So it's knocking it down from 15 to 20 watts. Just over 200 there. And then all the way down. Audio check, 1 2 3. Still right there around 200, 205, something like that. So the variable does make a difference on the peak. No, it doesn't take it from, you know, 260 watts to you know, 100 watts or anything, but it does work. Now, I do have a couple more of these in. If you don't want one that has a variable, they will do more power generally without the variable in them. So I've got a couple of them that are just on and off, on and off. But yeah, if you like the way the 2-pill 454s work, I do have a couple more of them. I've got the compact version with a variable. They don't have a fan, and the 454s actually probably would be okay without a fan. They take a little bit more abuse than the 2879s and stuff do without a fan on them. So I do have some more 2-pill 454s for those interested. This one's going to Mr. Joe. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for your patience to get this thing shipped out next week. Lots of amps going out, lots of test videos, lots of radios. So appreciate it, guys. Everybody have a good one. Rooster in Tennessee, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Also, check out the website for other radio-related accessories, roostercb.com.